Today we are going to discuss the syllabus prescribed for GCE O-level literature. The name of that textbook given to you is Appreciation of English Literary Texts. Appreciation of English Literary Texts. Now, this is the name of your textbook. This book is for the 2-year course, grade 10, grade 11. Right? Make අවුරුදු දෙකක course එකක් for grade 10 and grade 11. Right? Now, that is the name. Now, we'll go to the syllabus. We'll go to the syllabus. Go to the page 8. This page, Roman number 8. Now there you find the syllabus. GC O-level syllabus for appreciation of English literary texts. Appreciation of English literary texts. Now this is the syllabus. Go to that page, please. Maybe two pelagan. Now in this page you find all the poems. All the poems you are going to study. There are 20 poems. There are 20 poems. These poems are divided again into themes, 5 themes. Now you know what theme is. Theme is the message or idea. This is one theme. Theme nature. Theme conflict. Theme society. Theme life. Theme humor. Right. Poetry. Poetry means poems. Kavi, kavya. Now all poems are divided into 5 themes. What are the 5 themes? Nature, conflict, society, life, humor. Humor, life, society, conflict, nature. Remember 5 themes. Remember those 5 themes. Now, you know, poems are divided into 5 themes. For each theme, there are 5 poems. Make a themavagata. Havi pahak. For each theme, there are 5 themes, 5 poems. Now, nature. Nature. Theme nature. First poem, to the Nile. A bird came down the walk. The eagle to the evening star. Now be familiar with these names. One poem is To the Nile. This is the poet, the writer, poet, John Keats. A bird came down the walk, Emily Dickinson. Emily Dickinson. The eagle, Alfred Lord Tennyson. Alfred Lord Tennyson. To the evening star, William Blake. Right. Now I think 4 nature poems. Remember that way. It's very easy. Nature poems. 4 nature poems. Right. Then conflict poems. Conflict means clash, fight, war, violence, conflict. Conflict poems. War is kind. War is kind. Who's the poet? Stephen Crane. Stephen Crane. The terrorist, he is watching. The terrorist, he is watching. Who's the poet? Wisława Szymborska. A woman poet, remember. Woman. Szymborska is a woman. Not that, no, not it down. Woman poet. Farewell to barn and stack and tree. Farewell to barn and stack and tree. Poet A. Houseman. A. Houseman. Breakfast. Breakfast. Poet Jack Trevett. Jack Trevett. Right? Now what are the 4 poems under conflict? War is kind. The terrorist is watching. Farewell to barn and stack and tree. Breakfast. Right. The other 4 poems. Then society. Society poems. About your society. Human society. That is the theme. Once upon a time, the poet Gabriel O'Hara. Gabriel O'Hara. I know why the cage bird sings. I know why the cage bird sings. Poet Maya Angelou, woman poet. She's a woman poet. Maya Angelou. Richard Cory, Edwin Arlington Robinson. Richard Cory, the poet is Edwin Arlington Robinson. Big Match 1983, the poet Yasmin Gunaratne. A Sri Lankan poet, woman poet, Yasmin Gunaratne. Now, what are the 4 society poems? Once upon a time, I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings, Richard Corey, Big Match 1983. You have to remember the names of the poems as well as names of the poet. Both are questioned at the examination. විභාගෙදී ප්‍රශ්න කෙරෙනවා. කවියේ නම සහ කවියාගේ නම. Be ready for that. Therefore, keep them by heart. මතකින් තියාගන්න. Otherwise, you will lose 6 marks. එහෙම නැතිනම් ලකුණු 6ක් අහිමි වෙනවා. For this easy matter. Right. Next, theme. Life. Theme life. 4 poems. The Earthen Goblet. The Earthen Goblet. Poet Harindranath Chattopadhyay. Harindranath Chattopadhyay. Second one, Father and Son. Father and Son. The poet Cat Stevens. Cat Stevens. Fear. Fear. Poet Gabriela Mistral. Gabriela Mistral, a woman poet. A woman poet. The Clown's Wife. The Clown's Wife. The poet Johnson Agard. Johnson Agard. Right. Now for life poems. The Earthen Goblet, Father and Son, Fear, the Clown's Wife. Right. Now the last theme, humor. Humor means laughter, joy, entertainment, humor, hashya. 4 humorous poems. The Camel's Hum, poet Rudyard Kipling. Rudyard Kipling. Upside Down. Upside Down, poet Alexander Kushner. Alexander Kushner. The Huntsman. The Huntsman, poet Edward Lowberry. Edward Lowberry. Very easy to remember. Remember strawberry. You can remember Lowberry then. Edward Lowberry. Last humor poem, Two's Company. Two's Company. Who's the poet? Raymond Wilson. Raymond Wilson. Right. Now I think you are familiar with the 20 poems you are going to study during this 2-year course. 2 years, 20 poems. Not that easy. At least 10 poems per year. You have to remember everything. You have to study these things. You have to discuss these things. You have to answer questions on these things. Right. 5 themes, 20 poems. Right. Now I think you are familiar with the poetry section of our syllabus. Poetry section of our syllabus. Poetry section. Right. Poetry section. Now, Let's move to the other areas of our syllabus. The other areas. There are 3 other areas. Prose, drama, novels. Prose, drama, novels. Prose, drama, novels. They are the 3 other areas. Altogether 4 areas. Poetry, prose, drama, novels. They are the key areas of our syllabus. Pradhana කොටස් 4 අපේ syllabus එකේ තියෙනවා. Poetry, prose, drama, novels. You have to keep the syllabus by heart. මේ පොඩි syllabus එක මතකෙන් තියාගන්න ඕනේ. Then it is easier for you to study. Okay. Now prose. There are short stories and non-fictions. There are short stories and non-fictions. Ketikata, short stories, non-fiction, ketikata, novel. Satyakata. Non-fiction is true stories. Short stories are fictitious, untrue stories. Right. The Nightingale and the Rose. The Nightingale and the Rose. This is a short story. Please write it down. The Nightingale and the Rose is a short story. Write it down. Short story. The writer, Oscar Wilde. The writer, Oscar Wilde. An extract from Colin Cowdrey's lecture. An extract from Colin Cowdrey's lecture. This is a non-fiction. Non-fiction. Write it down. Non-fiction. This is a short story. Right? The Lahore attack. The other name is the Lahore attack. Kumar Sangakkara. You know, our cricketer. Sri Lankan cricketer. The Lumber Room. The Lumber Room. This is a short story. Write it down. The Lumber Room is a short story. The writer, Saki. Very easy to remember. Saki. An extract from Wave. An extract from Wave. This is a non-fiction. Non-fiction, a memoir of life after tsunami. The writer is Sonali Dharaniyagal. Sonali Dharaniyagal, a woman, Sri Lankan writer. Sonali Dharaniyagal. Right. Now, you see, under prose, you have to study 2 short stories, 2 non-fictions. What are the 2 short stories? The Nightingale and the Rose, The Lumber Room. What are the 2 non-fictions? An extract from Colin Cowdrey's lecture, an extract from Wave. Right. That is the prose area. Then drama area. Drama or plays. P-L-A-Y-S, plays. Natya. Twilight of a Crane. Twilight of a Crane. The Dramatist. Dramatist. D-R-A-M-A-T-I-S-T, dramatist or playwright. P-L-A-Y-W-R-I-G-H-T, Natya Rachakya. Yoshua Junji Kinoshita. Yoshua Junji Kinoshita. Twilight of a Crane. The Bear, the other drama, The Bear, Anton Chekhov. Anton Chekhov. Anton Chekhov, The Bear. 2 dramas. You have to study. Right. Then the last section, novels. There are 3 novels prescribed for you. 3 novels. They expect you to read 3 novels. May syllabus composers la සම්පාදකයෝ බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. ඔයාලා මේ නවල් 3ම කියවයි කියලා. තේරුණානේ? මේ නවල් 3ම කියවයි කියලා ඒගොල්ලෝ බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. Right. එක්සෑම් එකට නවල් 3ෙම ප්‍රශ්න අහනවා. හැබැයි උත්තර ලියන්න ඕනේ එකකින්. කොහොම හරි එක නවල් එකකට උත්තරයක් ලියවනම් ඇති. Right. Your school will do you a different novel. And in the class we are doing a different novel. Then you will cover 2 novels. එතකොට novel දෙකක් cover වෙනවා. School එකේ එකයි, class එකේ එකයි. එතකොට ඔයාලා විභාගයට ලේසි උත්තර ලියන්න. කොහොම හරි ලේසි ප්‍රශ්නයක් එන novel එකකින් උත්තර ලියන්න පුළුවන්. No problem. ඒකයි මේ option 3ක් දීලා තියෙනවා ඔයාලට. Right. Don't worry. The Prince and the Pauper. The Prince and the Pauper, 1 novel. The writer, Mark Twain. Mark Twain. Bringing Tony Home. Bringing Tony Home. The writer, Tisabe Sekar. Tisabe Sekar. The Vendor of Sweets. The Vendor of Sweets. R.K. Narayan. R.K. Narayan. Right. Now I am going to explain some background, origin of these novels. The Prince and the Pauper is original English novel. Original English novel written by an Englishman, Mark Twain. Mark Twain is an American English writer, right? Therefore, Mark Twain is an original writer of English. Mark Twain කියන්නේ ඉංග්‍රීසි භාෂාව මව් භාෂාව කරගත් රචකයෙක්. Bringing Tony Home. එතකොට The Prince and the Pauper එකේ English, British English තියෙන්නේ. Bringing Tony Home. Tisa Abesekara. Tisa Abesekara is a single writer. This is Tisa Abesekara's autobiography. එයාගේ චරිත කතාව. Right. It's very small book. The Vendor of Sweets is another famous novel. Another famous novel. The writer is R.K. Narayan. He is an Indian writer. Therefore, many Indian expressions are found in this novel. Many Indian expressions. Right. Now, The Prince and the Pauper is a novel for children like you. Prince and the Pauper. කියන්නේ ළමුන් සඳහාම ලියවිච්ච නව කතාව. The Bringing Tony Home is not that so, not for children. The Vendor of Sweets is also not for children. They are written for adult society. Adult society. වැඩි සමාජයේ අල්ල තමයි ලියලා තියෙන්නේ. But The Prince and the Pauper is for children. Right. Therefore, I select this novel because of its language, subject matter. මේකේ භාෂාව සහ ප්‍රස්තුත කාරණාව නිසා හේතු කොටගෙන මම මේක තෝරා ගන්නවා ඔබ වෙනුවෙන්. Right? It has very rich, beautiful language. You are learning language in this literature. ඔයාලගේ කල්පනාව ඇත්තේ මොකක් හරි විෂයක් කරලා මේ ග්‍රේඩ් එකක් ගන්න අදහසින් මේ විෂය කරන්න බෑ. කරන්න නැතුවට මේ විෂය තෝරගත්තා නම් අමාරුයි වැටෙනවා. වෙන දෙයක් කරන්න නැතුවට. එහෙම ඒ අයට ගොඩක් මහන්සි වෙන්න වෙනවා. මේ විෂයට කැමැත්තෙන් ආසාවෙන් මේ විෂය තෝරගත්ත අය ඉන්නවා නම් ඒ අයට මේක තේරෙනවා පහසු වෙනවා ඉගෙන ගන්න. එහෙම නැතුව දැන් සමහර ළමයට ඔප්ෂනල් සබ්ජෙක්ට් බලලා ලයිස්ට් එකක් තෝරගන්න නැත්තේම නැහැ. අනේ මම ලිටරේචර් වත් කරනවා කියලා. එහෙම එන්ටර් වෙච්ච අයත් ඇති ඔයාලා අතරේ. ඒ අය ගොඩක් මහන්සි වෙන්න වෙනවා. මොකද ඒගොල්ලෝ ඉන්ටරෙස්ට් එකක් නැතුව ලාස්ට් ඔප්ෂන් එක විදිහට තමයි මේකට එන්නේ. හැබැයි ඉන්ටරෙස්ට් එකක් ඇතුව එන ළමයින්ට මේ සිලබස් එක බොහොම ලේසියෙන් ෆලෝ කරගෙන ඒක දක්වා යන්න පුළුවන්. අනිත් අය බොහෝ දුරට මගින් හැලේ. ඒක මම දන්නවා. මගින් හැලෙනවා මොකද තොර මේ තේරෙන්නේ නැතුව ගිහුවම අතහැරලා දාලා නිකන් ඉන්නවා. right. ඉතින් ගොඩක් මහන්සි වෙන්න වෙන කරන්න දෙයක් නැතුවට මේකට ආපු ළමයි. right. එයාට ගොඩක් මහන්සි වෙනවා. අනිත් අය ඉන්ටරෙස්ට් එකක් ඇතුව ආපු අය ඉන්නවනම් ආසාවෙන් ආදරේ මේක මම කොහොම හරි නේද මට මේක වැදගත් කියන හැඟීමෙන් ආපු අයට ලේසියි මේක. right. The Prince and the Pauper, Mark Twain. I will do this novel. Please buy it. Puffin Classics. ගන්නකොට පොත ගන්නකොට නිල් පාට කවරේ තියෙන Puffin Classics කියන පොතම අරගන්න. The Prince and the Pauper, Mark Twain bookshop එකකින් අරගන්න. මේකේ සිංහල translation එකකුත් තියෙනවා. ඒකත් අරගන්න හොයාගන්න යාළුවෝ ඉල්ලගෙන කියව ගන්න. සිංහල එක ඉස්සලා කියව ගන්න. Then you will understand the story. The Prince and the Pauper has some rich language, beautiful language, real English. එකේ තියෙන real English. Bringing Tony home එකේ Sri Lankan English තියෙන්නේ. Even Sinhala words are there. Don't study that book. I don't recommend it. The Vendor of Street is a good novel, but not for children because the subject matters are for the adult society, not for the children's society and mind. සමහරට යාළුවා ඉස්කෝලේ මේ නවල් එක තෝරගනීවි. සමහර ගුරුවරු මේ නම දැකලා නවල් එක තෝරගන්නවා. Vendor of Streets කියලා හිතපුවාම පාරේ මේ රස කැවිලි විකුණන වෙලෙන්දෙක්ගේ ඉමේජ් එක තමයි හුඟක් අයගේ. නමුත් එහෙම රස කැවිලි වෙලෙන්දෙක් නෙමෙයි මේකේ ඉන්නේ. ජගන් කියන රස කැවිලි වෙලෙන්ද බොහොම ගැඹුරු චරිතයක්. right. අපි යුනිවර්සිටි වල ස්ටඩි කරෙත් මේ නවල් එක. okay. Therefore I don't select this. I select this one. Please buy this book. right. Now I think you have some idea about this syllabus. Now this is the syllabus. We have to travel 2-year long journey. 2-year long journey. Therefore, knowing the bus you are traveling by is very important. Knowing the bus. What is the name of this bus? Syllabus. Knowing this syllabus is very important for you to travel this long journey with me and with these people. Now, these are your friends in future. Your friends. These writers will be your friends in future. Okay. In the other discussion, we'll go to the first part of our syllabus, the poetry section. The first poem we are going to study.